Chapter 4. Hooligan. Lin Nuannuan had no shoes and could only walk barefoot. Her fair feet stepped on the ground. Even though there was grass, it still hurt a little. Bai Di was a very attentive male. He noticed Lin Nuannuan's strange behavior and immediately said, "I'll carry you." Bai Di was a very large man with strong muscles in his arms, and he possessed great strength. He lifted Lin Nuannuan with one hand and sat her on his right shoulder. Lin Nuannuan was shocked. She quickly wrapped her arms around Bai Di's neck, afraid that she would fall. Bai Di was very tall, and even among the beasts, who were generally 1.9 meters tall, Bai Di was still the tallest and most conspicuous. Sitting on his shoulder, Lin Nuannuan's field of vision became very wide. At a glance, she could see most of the market. He held her steady. "I'll bring you to the witch doctor first. We'll tour the market later, okay?" Lin Nuannuan was a little unwilling. "I'm really not sick." But Bai Di refused to believe her. He insisted on taking her to the witch doctor. The witch doctors of this world were equivalent to doctors. They knew some medical skills, and in the eyes of most beasts, witch doctors were mysterious and powerful. It was a miracle how they could use some inconspicuous grass and plants to help the beast return to life. Even the knowledgeable Bai Di was in awe of the witch doctor. The wolf witch doctor was an old, grisly male. His beard was long, white, and thick. The moment Lin Nuannuan saw him, she thought of the legendary Santa Claus. The wolf's name was Dr. Lang Ju. Bai Di put Lin Nuannuan down, clenched one hand into a fist, and pounded it against his chest. He nodded slightly. "Dr. Lang Ju, please take a look at my mate." She suddenly fainted earlier. Lang Ju was dozing off until he heard the word mate. He lifted his eyelids, his shrewd gaze sweeping over Bai Di and settling on the female beside him. The old witch doctor said slowly, "You're really lucky, kid. You actually found a female mate. It's a pity that there are still many young men in our wolf race fighting to get a female mate." Lang Ju paused, then stared at Lin Nuannuan and asked, "Little female, how many male mates do you have?" Lin Nuannuan looked confused. "Huh?" Bai Di pulled her behind him at once, blocking the old doctor's view with his body. His eyes were full of warning. "Dr. Lang Ju, this is my female. Please don't have any ideas about her." Lang Ju smiled, his wide beard trembling a little. "Oh, Bai Di, you haven't forgotten, have you? It's impossible for a female to only have one male mate by her side. Even if you've become her male mate, she can continue to choose other males to be her mates. After all, females were too rare." Bai Di's face darkened, and he fell silent. Killing intent grew in him. No one could take his female, not even the mysterious witch doctor. Lang Ju seemed to see that the powerful and handsome beast in front of him had the intention to kill, so he didn't continue the topic. Instead, he waved at the female behind him. "Little female, come over and let me see what illness you have." Lin Nuannuan looked up at Bai Di. When he nodded slightly, she moved cautiously toward the old witch doctor. Lang Ju asked her for specific details about when she fainted. Lin Nuannuan answered all the questions truthfully. Finally, Lang Ju said, "The little female isn't sick. She's just weak and needs to be taken care of." Lin Nuannuan was relieved to hear that. Lang Ju reached for a pouch made of hide. "Here, little female, these crunchy fruits are a gift for you. Take them." Lin Nuannuan quickly waved her hand. "No thank you." However, Lang Ju didn't care. He stuffed the pouch into her hand and said to her amiably, "There are a lot of fun things in the wolf tribe. Since you're here, why don't you stay for a few more days?" Lin Nuannuan held the gift from the old witch doctor in her hand. She really couldn't refuse. She could only force herself to say, "I'll follow Bai Di's arrangements." She wasn't familiar with the place. The only person who gave her any sense of security was Bai Di. He'd been scowling, but now, his expression went back to normal. He picked Lin Nuannuan up and said gently, "If you want to have a look around, it's fine to stay for a few days. If you don't want to, we'll go back immediately." Lin Nuannuan thought about it seriously. It was rare for her to come to the wolf tribe. It was indeed a waste to leave just like that. She wanted to see if there was any useful information here. "I want to shop some more." Bai Di had no problem with that. All right. Whatever you say. Lang Ju smiled and said, "It's rare to have a female visit our wolf tribe. This is really something to be happy about. You can stay in the tribe tonight. I'll get someone to tidy up a room for you." Bai Di was now wary of the kind-looking witch doctor. He said icily, "No need for that. I can make arrangements for my female." With that, Bai Di carried Lin Nuannuan out of the stone house where the witch doctor lived. The market was very lively, and there were strong male beasts everywhere. Occasionally, one or two female beasts could be seen, but they were always surrounded by a group of males. It was difficult for others to even look at them. Lin Nuannuan was tightly wrapped in animal hide. Her petite body was hidden under the animal hide, and no obvious female characteristics could be spotted. She sat on his shoulder while looking around curiously. Bai Di carried her to a stone house where clothes were sold. He let Lin Nuannuan choose what she liked. They were clothes sewn from animal hides. The style was simple, and the workmanship was crude. However, it was better than being naked. Lin Nuannuan picked out 2 sets of the smallest animal hide dresses. These ones. The other ones were too big for her. Bai Di took a crystal coin from his belt pouch and handed it to the wolf selling clothes. "Is this enough?" When the wolf saw the crystal coin, his eyes immediately lit up. He said excitedly, "It's enough." This was a precious crystal coin. Not to mention 2 animal hide dresses, it was enough to buy all the clothes in his shop. Lin Nuannuan hid under the wild boar hide and put on an animal hide dress. Bai Di stood guard. He wanted to look, but he couldn't. His heart itched. "How's it going? Is it the right size?" Lin Nuannuan pulled open the wild boar hide slightly, revealing the dress on her body. The tiger-striped hide dress was tightly wrapped around her petite body, revealing her round shoulders and straight legs. Bai Di's eyes went extremely dark. His voice was husky. "It looks really pretty." Lin Nuannuan's face instantly turned red. "Hooligan!" She immediately wrapped the wild boar hide tightly around her body, leaving only half her face exposed. She glared angrily at the male beast in front of her. He felt as if he'd been struck in the chest by something just by looking at her. His entire heart melted. His little female was getting cuter and cuter.